rocket like rocket fuel.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Buffalo Bills. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready, 20. You get blocked, me. You get blocked, me. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Newton throwing complete to Samuel, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
20.
A first down carry for Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Now Ito Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it now with Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be a second down. Here's Newton. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nick Boyle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here goes Hunt. Mike 51. Got red 80. I got you, son.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Darnold now to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
51 the mic. Go. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Again, Darnold. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Let's get it. Mike 54. Come off the ball. Lady. 54, Mike. 54.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Newton into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the interception, here's Darnold. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bills have taken the lead. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it, and that's exactly what they did.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
54,
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He'll air it out deep. And he's just intercepted it in. Get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
So that's back-to-back drives where they offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you You only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Darnold.
Catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lady. 51, Mike. Mike 51. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Throwing again is Darnold. And his pass incomplete.
Darnold's pass, thrown away and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Henry fighting through. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's what can happen with these big running backs. Sometimes you get them slowed up. It's tough for them to get going again. You know, it's more of a boom, boom type of a runner.
Got cleared past 1, but then everybody else rallied. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton now to throw. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st down, it's Smith. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now it's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Derrick Henry. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Come on. Double time. Hey. You got 3. 3 down.
On second down, here's Henry. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Here we go, son. 51. Come to my work. We want it. You lady. Hey, Charlie. Mike 51. All day, dog. 51's to Mike. 51's to Mike. Hey, get that.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Back to throw, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
To throw is Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get him, get him. Mike, 54, Mike, 50. 20. 65, 65.
On first down, Newton. Being chased and Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
Here we go. 780.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Henry. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 27, Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Darnold now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now Darnold. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hey, high 7. Here we go.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw, Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. Gun. Y'all playing the wrong football.
They go back to the ground with Smith. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now Newton. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down. They'll run for it here with Smith. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
First down, Minnesota.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On the run, it's Smith. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
Newton now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Back now in Buffalo. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. Jefferson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
At the 29-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Gun. Watch left. Get that ball, kid. Get that ball. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Get ready. Where's 52?
Now Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
20.
On first down, Jefferson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's get off
Here's Newton. That's complete to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Gun.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Smith trying to run for it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And this is not going to do it as he stopped at the 2-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Here we go now with Smith. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll run with Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Again, it's Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Darnold completes it. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
51, Mike 51, big stop.
He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen, that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. Now Darnold. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Point after now from Catanzaro. And that will make this a 4-point game.
around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. And it was the Eagles that wound up winners in that one. A win, if they can get it, would be their first on the year. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense?
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Hey, let's go. Let's go one more.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
We're going to set.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
You see me up here. That's right. We can't be stopped.
Intercepted. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Buffalo, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.